Good morning, my lovelies. I hope this finds you well and happy and in good spirits. I thought I'll do a quick garden update. It's been a while and I've got a couple of chores this morning to get done as soon as possible. And I thought before that I'll just take you through the garden and show you what's been happening. Come and have a look. I was in a little bit of a crafty mood yesterday and I didn't want to garden and I did not want to study. And I thought, you know what, let's just find that outlet, and took one of the rocks in the garden and just made a little fun face. Not sure if it's happy or sad or pondering, but anyway, a bit of fun. So let's go and have a look. As you can see, I've done a little bit of mowing. We've had, thankfully, a lot of rain recently. It's been so dry and hot, and I've left this patch here with a dandelion for the bees. I'm just going to leave some of this for the bees. Got some beautiful lilies coming out there. Alright, so the bees are doing well. It's time to do a little bit of an inspection, which I'm planning to do in about 2 days' time. But again, I've mowed the rest of the lawn, but I've just left this area here. I'm a little bit concerned because I've had a really big explosion of St. John's wort, and when you have livestock, and I eat a lot of it, they can get photosensitized. Basically, so what happens is the skin gets inflamed, their hair falls out, and they get sunburned very easily. Hello, sweetheart. Hello. So I will have to come and clean this out. I've tried to get rid of it. I don't mind them outside of the property. There's a lot of that happening, but of course with the seeds, there's not much you can control. So I will just come back here and burn these off. Otherwise, pretty soon my garden will be full of St. John's wort, and as much as I love it, it's going to become invasive very quickly. The olive trees are coming along nicely. They probably just short of 2 meters now. There's 15 of them, 3 different species, and hopefully in about 2 years' time we can start harvesting some olives. As for the rest of the garden, it's yeah, things are growing nicely. I still have these 2 spaces open. I've tried a few years to grow jacaranda, which obviously, you know, I hail from Pretoria in South Africa, and that's called the Jacaranda City. And so I will keep trying, because I'm convinced that one day I'll have these big jacaranda trees and I will be dining with my friends under it. So how amazing would that be? Little butterfly bush is attracting lots and lots of bees. The red veined sorrel is not looking very happy. It's beautiful in salad. I've planted a couple of zinnia seeds, and I'm trying a little experiment. So this one I just left alone. You can see the flower head starting, whereas this one I've pinched back, and the idea is that it will form 2 separate stems, and you will again just pretty much the same I've done with my cosmos. You will double your yield, and the rest is just salvia attracting bees. The petunias are also doing well. I've just cut them back and they are sprouting some beautiful new leaves. If you cut them back properly, they can grow up to a couple of meters high, and yeah, hopefully that will add to the privacy of the property. As you can see how close on this side of the property I am to the road, and just out there is the beautiful cosmos. They haven't started flowering yet. In fact, I've got 1 flower. I've pinched some back, some I haven't, and we'll see what it does to the yield. But they're starting to flower and come up. It's going to be beautiful when they're all in flower along the fence line. The lavender is, as usual, English lavender is doing very well. And you know, just year after year it brings back so many beautiful memories. So it's just one of those flowers and herbs, medicinal herbs, I can't get enough of. Just walking back up to the house, There's all of this English lavender doing well. So gorgeous. And then recently, 2 days ago, I covered this area. This is where I want to plant the 3 varieties of grapes. And there's some areas here with the storm that's blown open where I've cut it. And I've managed to get the pegs, and I'll be coming through and picking them later this afternoon. But yes, this will also serve in between the grapes. Once I can get the grapes established, great, but in between I'm planning to plant some flowers that I can harvest for one of the local florists. And just whatever is happening at that time, I think it'll be a great spot to plant a few things. And so the crepe myrtle is just absolutely in full bloom. Stunning, stunning, stunning this year. Just exploded with a bit of rain that came, and it just continues to fill me with such joy to see this. How beautiful. Look at that. Incredible. We are so blessed. So blessed. Okay, so let's go see what's happening in the Polytunnel. And so my lovelies, yes, so I have a little bit of work to do in the green tunnel. There is just a lot happening there. And yes, it's one of those things, it's always on the back burner. But yes, a lot of prep work to be done first of all. But before I can do any of that, I need to start cleaning it out and clearing it out. So let's go see what's happening. This looks good. Lemongrass is doing very well. I've just replanted this. This is lemon verbena. Oh, absolutely beautiful herb. It's become very stocky and woody. I basically planted in the area and completely just lost track of it, and it was just dwarfed by other plants. And I found it a while back, and I will be cutting it back into sections and replanting them. But for now, I'm just giving it a little bit of boost with good nutrients. And it's nestled here beside the thyme. I've taken 2 harvests from it already. And as you know, that thyme is just a very powerful medicinal herb. It helps with respiratory issues, aids in digestion. It's antibacterial, so the coughs and the hay fevers, it helps all to soothe those conditions. It also accelerates healing when applied topically. So if you have burns or sores or scrapes, insect bites, blisters, all of that, really good if you apply a compress or just topically applied in form of a salve. Thyme is really good, and of course when you ingest it in the form of a tea, it's just beautifully soothing as well. Okay, let's go and see what's happening in here. So there's a good amount of medicinal herbs in here. I haven't planted them out. I'm preparing another bed in here, but I've decided to keep them in here for the time being. That is rosella. It makes a beautiful fragrant tea. I've got mugwort here. So we'll see how they go, but some of them obviously need to be transplanted out, which I will do in due time. But at the moment, we're coming into 2 very hot months, January and February, so we'll hope to protect them. I've just repotted some propagated olives, which I basically started from cuttings from a very old olive tree in the district, and it's really beautiful. I can't wait to plant them out. So they're starting to look good. Look at that. So great. Look at that. This baby is already starting to form a new leaf, and I've only potted them out a week ago. So happy days. And then down here, just on the other side, I've planted some tomatoes. I have found, somebody told me, so there's male and female parts on the single flower, right? And somebody said all you need to do is just tap it lightly, and that will also help with pollination and increasing yields. So we'll see how that goes. We've got some sunflowers gifted, so they are doing pretty well. Next year I will plant a lot. My all-time favorite, lemon balm, very, very calming as a tea in the evenings. If you just feel a little bit out of sorts, just make yourself a cup of lemon balm tea and honey. It is exquisite. Some more tomatoes here, and of course here the same string method I've tried, and it's working pretty well. You can see there's a big piece there. This area here, that's looking good. And I've got a couple of truss tomatoes that's starting to develop there. Beautiful. I've got, you know, some beautiful vegetables and in some cases fruit growing. So I'm really, really happy with the space. And then if you go outside, haven't done a lot of pumpkin growing, but I've replanted some of the seeds from this bed, and I left the rest, which is probably another 6 or 7 plants, and I've decided to just let it be, let it roam. And just discovered that I do have, this is the watermelon, and I do have some tiny watermelon that's starting to form here. But again, I do have something that is munching on that one, and probably pretty soon on this one too. So I'm gonna need to come and just have some rescue tactic, because that was not as bad a couple of days ago. So look at that. So I will be coming back and doing some sort of a rescue activity there. Here's the corn. There's 3 types of corn here, another experiment. And I love what I see. I mean, they've grown quite big in a very short space of time, and they are starting to form nice cobs, which I'm really excited about. Look at that. So I will most definitely plant more corn. I was trying to do the 3 sisters, where you have the corn and then the beans, and then you have the squash. You know, so the squash suppresses the weeds at the bottom, the beans use the corn stalks to climb up on, and the corn is just basically supplying or providing support. But yeah, we'll see. So here is elderberry flower. So unfortunately I have these elderberry beetles that eat the flowers, so I usually pick it and preserve what I can into my herbal tinctures. Often I just give it to Lily. I mean, the old girl is, well, she's probably around 15 years now, and yeah, absolutely a delight to have. Let me show you, there's the girls. You had your food, sweeties. Hey. They're doing very well. So there you go, my lovelies. It's it's an update on what's happening here. Lots going on. Absolutely love it. As I said, you know, trying to balance work as well as the farm, medicinal or herbal studies, and of course, you know, keeping everything alive and planning forward. There's so many things I'm planning, and yeah, it's been an interesting ride. It's been a glorious ride. And you know, when I used to be in the city, I was like, I need to make time for myself, and now this is making time for myself. You know, even if it's physically hard work, it's an absolute blessing to be here and to be the custodian of this land and to take care of the animals and the birds and the bees. And you know, the trees and everything that I'm planting here. It's really, it's been an amazing journey and an amazing time. It keeps me strong, it keeps me healthy. And hey, you know, if you don't love what you do, then why do it? And this is what I love to do. And if you're in the city and you're thinking about it, I've been thinking about doing this for years. And then I thought, how am I going to do it? And I decided, you know what, find a place. You're not ready to spend full time on it, but find a place. And as soon as I found the place, I still have a mortgage on the place, and I work full time to cover and pay off the mortgage. But it's been absolutely magnificent in just creating and designing and changing and planting and learning and being challenged. It's been beautiful. You know, sometimes I think, what's the other half doing? On a Saturday afternoon when the sun is bearing down and I'm digging probably a half of my 12th tree to plant. It gives back, it keeps you healthy, it keeps you grounded, it keeps you humble. I thought I can do things, and the beauty is that you can do things, and you will surprise yourself if you put yourself out there and just get on with it. As I said, if that's your dream, you can make it happen, you know. You know, once you found the place, the next step is what do you do, and things are starting to fall into place there. But I thought, let me take the time while I still work full time to create or to start create what I want, make the changes, enjoy the surroundings while I'm doing all that, you know, while I'm executing all those changes. And so it's been a beautiful journey so far, and you know, looking forward. I mean, these days I go like weeding, animals, you know, floods, bee stings, goats getting out into my garden, and I come home and I take 2 hours chasing them back into their individual spots. And yeah, so you know, it's challenging, and sometimes I just laugh, you know, I just laugh and I go like, yeah, that's what I signed up for. But I love it, and I will not ever go back to where I was. It's beautiful, it's challenging, I'm in love with it. So if you need any words of encouragement, or you need to have some sort of advice, you know, feel free to send me in the comments, or to private mail me. But yeah, yes, if that's your dream, I encourage you to go for it. It's a blast. It's a very fast ride, and it's life in a fast country lane. Okay, it's not as tranquil as people make it out to be, but it is absolutely beautiful, and it is something that will bring out only the best in you. Okay, my lovelies, if you do want to have more of my journey, it happens ad hoc in amongst all the activities, but there's some exciting things coming in the new year. And yes, you can, you know, follow my trials and tribulations, my failures and my successes. And yeah, you know, just hit that subscribe button. You know, just tell me what you want to see more of. And it's an early journey for me. I'm still learning a lot of you know, of what can and can't be done, but it will be lovely to share this journey with you. Okay, my lovelies, take care of yourself. And as I said, you're never too old to learn something old. It's all those skills our ancestors had that hasn't always been transferred from generation to generation. I'm learning, you know, one step at a time. Never too old to learn something old, and absolutely find beauty in unexpected places. It's always there, you just need to look. Take care of yourselves, my lovelies. Bye-bye now.